Well, up until this point, this service has gone pretty fast.
I've got to say how wonderful it is to have you present on our campus for graduation. It is gymnasium. And it is always an amazing thing for me at graduation to look around the room, see our parents who we've known over the years, to see graduates come back, to see their siblings graduate, to see our teachers always so proud. And of course, to have our graduates in front with, I'm sure, a lot going through your heads, right? And there's some of you cannot wait to get out of here. And I know others are scared to death to get out. Some of you are probably a little bit of both, ran into mother and sort of the buying graduation gift. And she said that her child loves it at St. Jude's and is afraid of what's ahead because she's had such extraordinary friends here at St. Jude's. And we all have a bit of that feeling, right? I even heard parents say when their last graduates, now what am I going to do on Friday night? Well, the answer is you come right back to this gym, the football field, the soccer field, and continue to be a part of this community. Some end up marrying one another, and our families get merged, which is pretty cool too. It's happened twice. When I see a freshman class that my child is in, I pick out the person. And I say, God, that's the one. It's happened twice. Okay. So to get to what I prepared to say, I just wanted to say to graduates at the very beginning, congratulations on reaching this stage of your life. You are indeed an extraordinary class in every way. A lot of those accomplishments have been mentioned already. I look over your head and I see all the championship banners. So it is indeed a wonderful thing that you're graduating in the gymnasium. But what I want to highlight is that these are just some of the public accomplishments. There are many more private battles and personal struggles that you wrestle with over your years as a high school student and as a middle school student. And largely due to the love and support that you have shown each other, you're overcoming them. And for this, I'm even more proud of you, because life is hard, and we need friends. Friends who will be the face of Christ to us. But it's true that we do hope to exceed extraordinary things from you in the years to come. Listen to how our board chair emeritus and founder, Mrs. Moon, expressed her hopes for our graduates in an interview at the start of the school's 20th academic year. This is what she said, and I quote, "I think our graduates are destined to change the world. The Holy Spirit is preparing them to renew the face of the earth. That's what I really believe." In the same interview, which you can view on the school's website, I strongly encourage you to do it. I asked Mrs. Moon what she and the other founders dreamed the school would achieve one day. She said 4 things. She said, we want to be regional. We want to be a school, too, that's a part of the community, to educate students in the world in which they live and not segregate them. And 3, we want to be a school that brings the Catholic faith into the community of Greenville. She said, when I was growing up at St. Mary's, Catholics were very much segregated from the rest of the community. And 4, we wanted to be ecumenical. Look at where the school is now. We have students attending from all the surrounding counties, some driving an hour both ways down 85 to come to school. We are competing in the South Carolina High School League and winning the Directors' Cup now 2 years in a row. 30% of our students are not Catholic, and in some cases not Christian. And our students and graduates are engaged with so many good causes in Greenville. Regional, community, ecumenical, bringing the Catholic faith in the community. More than a dream has become a reality. And yet, all total, we still have less than 1,000 graduates. I think you'll make 750 or right around that number. God willing, we have only just begun. It's exciting to think what the future can hold. It's clear that you are graduating from a school that desires big things for itself and from you. Think of how much you've learned and grown up over the last 4 to 7 years. I was reminded of this even this morning when Caleb Williams informed me that he had my keys last night to the car and to the building. And they appeared on my counter this morning. And they were left in his car last night. Imagine, Caleb, if you'd gotten a hold of those keys about 4 or 5 years ago. Earlier this month, the Pope addressed students and teachers in Italian schools. His words apply equally to us here in South Carolina. So I wanted you to reflect upon your experience in school, to make a judgment about it so that you can take it with you. He told the large audience in St. Peter's Square, I'm not sure you can all say this, that he absolutely loved school. And he said chief among the reasons for loving school is that for him it was a place of encounter that helped him to grow. He told a story about a teacher he had at a very young age who influenced him so profoundly that he continued to visit her until her death at 98. How cool is that, to be the Pope's teacher and friend? One day, we're going to say, I taught that kid. I taught that kid. And look at what he or she is doing in the community. Already beginning to say it. Okay. This is why we do this job. Because we want to see your lives take on profound meaning in so many different and wonderful ways. Continuing his remarks, the Pope stressed to the educators and students that school is vital for our development because we cannot grow alone. You didn't create this school. You didn't create this building. You didn't create the family that you're in, the community you're in. God gave all these people to you so that you could grow. And this is what the Pope has recognized. This is what he said. We need others. We are all on a journey, beginning a process, on our way down a road. School is not just a parking lot. It's a meeting place along the way. We meet our peers, we meet our teachers, we meet the staff, the parents meet the teachers, the principal meets the families, etc., etc. School is a place of encounter, and we need this culture of encounter in order to know one another, to love one another, and to be able to journey together. On this journey that is the school, using the Holy Father's words again, he says, we have encountered a gaze upon us that has helped us to grow. Your teachers, your coaches, your parents, your staff, your classmates, they've all, in one way or another, instructed you and communicated Christ's personal gaze. This is what I want you to understand as you leave St. Joe's. The gaze of Christ has come to you through real people with distinct personalities, wonderful strengths, and faults. That doesn't matter. Their gaze has helped you to heal, It's helped liberate you, and it's helped encourage you in your growth in the Christian life. Without this gaze, Pope Francis said in another place, we would remain existentially orphaned, helpless, and cease being pilgrims. What's the opposite of being a pilgrim, he said? And become drifters, flitting around and never getting anywhere. But this is categorically not true of you. You have seen the gaze of Christ more than once. In fact, you might not recognize it, but you've seen it every single day that you walk the hallways at St. Joe's. It's important for you to remember. I know we stress a lot your responsibility. We stress a lot virtue. We stress a lot of these things, the work that you have to do. That's important. Not downplaying that whatsoever. But it's important for you to remember that your relationship with Christ always begins and always will restart with Him taking steps towards you, regardless of where you are. He is the hound of heaven, and He will never stop pursuing you. We simply, on our part, need to respond to that. That's it. Everything we do for Him, big, small, and you all desire to do great things, all of it, 100%, is in response to His love for us. I have a framed print of Jesus washing Peter's feet in my study at home. Peter, you'll remember, he had a heart of gold, but he often misunderstood Jesus, and he tried to take matters into his own hands, and he lacked the courage at times to own up to his relationship to Christ. To this Peter, who at first refused to let Jesus wash his feet, and to us, Jesus says, unless I wash your feet, that is, love you, serve you, clean you and your messes up again and again, you have no part in me. How many times I've sat in my armchair at the end of an exhausted day with my inability, discouraged to overcome a serious problem or obstacle or find a good solution. And I have almost inadvertently looked up and seen Jesus washing Peter's feet. And I see our Lord just smiling and saying, I have to say, okay, wash him again. Just wash him again. Let me begin again in you. You'll find a way when I can. Folks, this needs to be true. Do not rely on your own strength and your own understanding, because it will not be enough. We need to constantly go back to Him. This is the mercy of the gospel. I want each of you to leave high school recognizing that you are preferred and loved just as Peter was. To use biblical language, you are chosen and destined for intimacy and friendship with God. Because of your coming to this school and all that preceded it and continues in your family, at your church, way back at the beginning at your baptism, your elementary school, God is saying to you, don't miss what He's saying to you. He's saying to you, I prefer you and I love you. And the sign of my love is that I've given you these parents, these brothers and sisters, these teachers, these coaches, these friends, these colleagues, these classmates. So if He's chosen you, what is He calling you to do? That's the question. And that, we can't tell you what that is. Mrs. Moon said it best, however. Our graduates are destined to change the world. The Holy Spirit is preparing them to renew the face of the earth. You might be sitting there thinking, this is a tall order, a pious platitude and kind of unrealistic, especially when I can't even get out of bed in the morning on time, or muster the energy to take out the trash when I see it's overflowing. And you're tempted to think God couldn't possibly be asking something greater. I hope you'll call to mind the story of your alma mater. You have an example in the school that you went to. Think about the parents who started this school. Not one of them was a trained educator. None of them could bankroll the school or collectively bankroll it together. They had $800 in the bank. They faced persistent misunderstanding, including open hostility from members of their own church, and many, many naysayers waiting for them to fail. But none of that mattered. What mattered was that Mrs. Moon heard a call from God and joined others who had a similar call, and they worked and prayed the school into existence. And look around where we sit today. The gymnasium that seats 1,500 people, with a school that's educating 700 students a year and turning away many 7th, 8th, and 9th graders because we don't have room to educate them. Did they do everything right? Will you do everything right? No. In fact, an argument can be made that they made many mistakes, that any one or all of them collectively certainly could have brought down the school. This brings me back to you. You were part of God's call and mission for this school and the community from the very beginning. Hear what I'm saying. It's not just a nice thing, but hear these words. God knew when the red door of the school first opened that you would walk through it one day. He knew who your teachers would be, who your classmates would be, who you would date, who would reject you and break up with you, what you would struggle with, who your best friends would be. He even knew how you would misuse your freedom and deny him as Peter did. He even knew how often he would need to rewash your feet. Talk about preference. What I hope you see is that Jesus has intertwined his life with yours. You have shared life with Jesus in these hallways, in this gym, on these fields, and this experience has generated a new, beautiful life in you. For some, life is still in seed form. For others, the stalk has begun to grow. And for yet others, you're bearing fruits already. Yes, sharing life with Jesus has introduced an incomparable newness. It almost doesn't matter that you have and continue to make mistakes, nor that you've been unfaithful, squandered opportunities, and that your talents don't measure up to others. What's essential is that you remain in a relationship with him. Let me leave you with one final image as you take up the mantle to renew the face of the earth. Jesus compared the kingdom of God to leaven added to flour and water, which is needed to make bread rise. As you leave us, each of you will go to your new school, your majors, your sports, your arts, your fraternities, sororities, your teams, and you'll make new friends and associates. This is all very exciting and necessary. All of these new places are your new mission fields, the flour and water, so to speak, into which you will hopefully enter as life-giving yeast. There's a type of bread that my wife makes from time to time, that before baking it, she breaks off a small lump of leavened dough, and this becomes the starter for the next time we bake the bread. I leave you with the suggestion that today we are breaking off 102 little pieces of this leavened dough from our community so that you can bring life and growth to the new communities you will enter in the weeks and few short months ahead. In those moments when you doubt what this little leavened lump of yourself can really accomplish, and you are going to doubt it, maybe from the moment you step foot on campus, I hope that you will think back to your high school. This little Catholic school that started with 13 students, with people who were totally ill-equipped to do the job. And remember where you come from. And as was already said by Shirley, God can do impossible things if we just let Him wash our feet. Congratulations.